What's up guys, this is Timotheus. In this video I'll introduce the Roman gladiator type called Provocator. If you haven't seen the video where I introduce the 7 most popular gladiator types of Imperial Rome, you may want to check that out first. The link's in the description below. Okay, enjoy the video. The name of this type of gladiator, Provocator, means challenger. First, let's talk about the clothes. Like most types of gladiators, provocatores wear a subligaculum, which is a loincloth held in place by a wide belt. Also, like most other types, they often have some kind of cloth or leather covering up the top of their feet, but they are almost never shown wearing shoes with soles. The term gladiator sandals therefore seems to be an invention of the sword and sandal movies of the 1950s and 60s. It was probably further popularized by the fashion industry. Only on the right arm there's a manica, or arm guard, because this is the arm that will need to leave the protection of the shield to lash out at the opponent. The left arm is always behind the shield, so there's no need for a manica. In fact, wearing one on the left arm would only add extra weight and hinder the arm's movement. An ocria, or greave, is only attached to the left leg, as this is the one nearest to the opponent. In the typical gladiator stance, the right leg is put behind the left one, just like in many modern martial arts. The right leg therefore isn't an interesting target for the opponent. The ocria reaches from the foot up to either just below or just above the knee. Since the upper leg is usually safe behind the scutum, preference is given to allowing extra speed and movement by not covering it. The provocator is the only one of the 7 types I discuss to wear a pectorale, or breastplate, making him the most heavily armed. Some pectorala have rounded corners, whereas others are shaped like a crescent moon. The provocator wears a cassis, or galea, made of bronze or iron. Of all the gladiator helmets, the one used by the provocator looks the most like a Roman military helmet. During the days of the Republic, the helmets they wore were almost indistinguishable from military ones. But by the Imperial period, the cheek guards had become so wide that they encapsulated the entire face, morphing into a visor. Just like the Murmillo and the Secutor, the Provocator carried a large semi-cylindrical shield called scutum. They are similar to the ones used by the Roman military. The corners on these scuta were sometimes sharp, other times they were fairly rounded. It seems likely that the Provocator's shield also had a horizontal center grip. The Provocator uses a gladius, which is also the weapon of choice of other scutum-carrying fighters. This straight, short sword is ideal for thrusting. A provocator was always pitted against another provocator, what basically makes him the heavily armed version of the Eques. The Provocator had the same basic equipment as the Murmillo and the Secutor, but he had a superior helmet and a pectorale, which offered him extra protection. So a duel with any other type of gladiator would be unfair. That's it for this video, guys. If you enjoyed the video, you can help me out by hitting the like button, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. If you'd like to learn more about one of the other gladiator types, click on the links in the description below. This was Timotheus. Thanks for watching.